We spoke yesterday about what it means to be a child of pine and how I resonate with the pine tree. Yesterday, I discussed how pine needles are like antennas. The surface area of the pine needle, amongst other things, serves as a touch point, metaphorical, physical, idealistic. We have an oscillation to my left. Hold on. So we discussed these as antennas. I am going to use that metaphor to juxtapose this time I was told by a teacher that our hair acts as an antenna. I was in Vermont doing a plant medicine retreat, and I, for whatever reason, asked my guide, I said, "What should I do with my hair?" And she said, at this time, my hair was about down to here. It was like a light purple. She said, "I love it. It's beautiful. It's long." Oh, another oscillation. One moment. All right. Remember when that used to annoy me? Not today. So she said to me, she goes, "Keep it long. It's an antenna to higher wisdom." I was like, "Excuse me?" That's the first time I'd ever heard that. But then yesterday when I made this metaphor and I said, "Oh my goodness, look, it's like an antenna," it reminded me of this, and I said, my hair, I don't believe I am treating my hair the way I think I should. And that is full of assumptions. But what do I know? Nothing, really. So today we are going to discuss how my hair has reflected my energy since I began focusing attention on my hair. I have been changing my hair length since I was a kid. You know, I had short hair. At one point I had like a mushroom cut. It was kind of like this, you can imagine, but straight as a kid. It was a nice little mushroom bowl cut. It was adorable. And then it grew a little bit, and then I had 90-degree angle bangs. And it was always like around this length. And then I grew up, never colored or dyed my hair. My mom would not allow me to because she said it's not good because of the chemicals on your scalp. And she didn't want me doing it. So I wasn't allowed to dye my hair until I was 18. So, but I was cutting it, right? So what does cutting your hair do? It's so funny, right? They say if you cut your hair, it grows faster. It's almost as if the hair knows things, okay? So I'm going to show you some memories. This is what my hair, people call it virgin hair. This is what my hair looked like. Okay? You see the hair and the reflection of everything else? But yeah, that's the hair. Okay? It's long, it's brown, it's my root color. You see that color? It's long, it's healthy. Wow, it's virgin, right? Then, so my mom didn't allow me to dye my hair, but my senior year of high school, I got a boxed dye because my friend Valerie, pictured here, she used to dye her hair all the time. So I said, I want to go blonde. So I did. So this is me being like a boxed dye blonde. Like we just box dyed my whole hair. I said, this is a good idea. Okay. Very fascinating. It just faded. This is what it ended up looking like by senior picture day in the spring. So this is my senior picture, right? So you see the hair, right? It's thick, it's long, but it's kind of like at my roots, it's thinner. And then this is what it looked like as well in this era. This is when you can see the remnants of bleach now, right? Remnants of bleach before I go to college. Now, I went to the University of Miami, and my mom came down to visit for Parents' Weekend, I think. And yeah, I know. And I was like, I want to ombre my hair. This was 2015, so it was an ombre type of time. And so I went and my mom spent an exorbitant amount of money, spent a lot of time sitting in the chair because balayage takes forever, and I had no idea. It spent like 2 hours. So instead of spending any family time with my family, I was literally in like some strip mall salon getting my hair balayaged. Looks great though. She did a really good job. I looked adorable. I looked so pretty. And I remember my hair just looked like fabulous. But then it got super brassy. This is what it looks like in the spring or in the fall of 2015. No, this is Billy's playing with the pine. 2015, fall 2015. So it was like that. I balayaged it. That was the first time I really felt any sense of real autonomy over my hair because it symbolized, like, my mom was the one who told me I can't color my hair, right? So I did it behind my mom's back with a box dye at my dad's house because they were divorced. And I was scared what she would do, right? I didn't ask her permission. And then the following year, I said, Mom, I want to get a balayage. And I convinced her, right? I had evidence that she is co-signing my balayage hair. Are dogs supposed to eat pine? Honey, I don't know if you're supposed to eat that. Oh, are you eating it? It's so cute. Oh, I know, huh? Oh. She's so cute for that. So cute for that. I'm sorry. She wanted to eat the pine, but I almost just fell, did you see that? But I don't want her to. I don't know if it's good for her, and I guess I don't trust her to know what's good for her either. So this signified for me when my mom co-signed, right? She said, sure, let's do it. And she did it for me. She paid for it. It was like a joint decision. It felt like I'd been liberated from the prison of I'm not allowed to do anything with my hair. I have to keep it virgin. It's almost like a purity thing, right? So then the next year, so I had balayage for a year, and then by the summertime, I did a hair show, and this is the first modeling gig that I really did with a modeling agency in Connecticut, and I was signed for a hair show. I don't have time to go into it now, but essentially they did my hair like this. Okay, so this is the first time that I felt like, whoa, like my hair is so different. Like they dyed all of it blonde. I am blonde now. That was a really big shift for me. And then it faded. You can see like the kind of Ariana Grande look. This is like 2016. But my hair is still long at this point, very long. And then I did another hair show in the fall. Literally, it was blonde for like 1 second. And then I did a hair show in the fall where it became auburn. But still long. Still long. You see the auburn in it? See how red it is? Really cool. I loved this like dark grungy look. This was another hair show. So I did 2 hair shows in 2016. And my hairdresser just the other day said that she doesn't believe that dark complements my skin tone. I don't know if I believe her. But then it's like I see pictures like this and I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe. And I'm not judging myself, right? It's literally just a color theory thing. It's just a visual thing. It's an aesthetic thing. Like now it's like I look at my body in the mirror and I'm like, I wonder how the light hits me, you know? So this is like the dark long look. And then that faded into the next year, so I kept it for like a year. And then this is how it faded into like a nice light. But again, the reddish coming up for the blonde underneath. And then I did a pageant in 2017, at the end of 2017, and I just dyed it because I really liked that dark color. And I got a spray tan because it's just a pageant moment. So I liked that dark color. I kept that for a bit. And then a few months later, I did another hair show. We have reds, but it's short. I loved this look. This was so cute, so me, so fun. I really embraced it. I looked great. And it was fall time. It was a perfect fall color because that's what they do in hair shows. It's very seasonal based. And then this is how it faded into the next year. So I kind of have like I don't want to say this is terrifying, but like, whoa. Again, with the reddish undertones. And then I did another hair show in 2018. So yeah, the spring of 2018. So I did my hair in 2017, that red color, fall of 2017, and then summer of 2018 or spring of 2018, I dyed my hair like this, right? So it's this brown, no real reds in it, brown, longer look. It's kind of like if my hair were brown right now. And then, this is how it faded into the summer. And then this is how it faded into the spring, or into the fall. And no, that's still summer. This is the fall now. So all that brown literally grew out and became this. I didn't do my hair in between that. So it's like my hair, once you dye, here's the thing. Once you dye it blonde, you will always have this happen to you, where it's like the bleach will always want to come through and lighten on the ends. So like my hair will never be one color if you have bleach in it. So my hair right now, right, is bleached. Like starting here, you can see the shadow root if I go like this, right? The shadow root, okay? Think about what that means. So you can see the tips. Now, if this is an antenna, then this is fried. This is a fried antenna. It's not getting any information. None. Okay, just keep that in mind as we move forward. Same thing here though, right? It's still bleached. And then I dyed it dark. So I was like, well, you know what? Let's full throttle it. And I dyed it dark again. I thought I looked good with dark hair. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Okay. And then this is how it faded into the next year, 2019 now. What am I doing? Okay. And then, oh my God, how beautiful is that? But you can see even here, my roots are coming in. Do you see how light that is? So that was, my hair was growing fast. That was like a month's difference. Crazy. Okay, and then I cut it. Like literally immediately. I dyed it in November and I cut it in January. And then it still has that red fucking undertone at the ends. Pretty though. Now we're in 2019. Then I decide I'm gonna chop it off because I didn't like the red at the ends. So I chopped it off and I dyed it dark. Okay. I loved this look. This was such a good look for me. Look at how cute she is. She's like, you know, when you wear it like this, my hair curls in, so it doesn't really have that effect. But it's like, when it's like, it's so fierce. It's so fierce. You can't really envision it on me. You can't really envision it. I'm so sorry. It's not the vibe. Okay, so then we have, yep. I mean, I was living my best life in this era, for real. And then it grew out, and what do you know? Look what's back. those bleached ends. And then this is how it grew out. You can see it, my hair just lightens. So, and then, yep, look like this. So now we're like kind of getting back to my natural color, but it's not at all my natural color because it has dye in it. But you know what? Right as I'm about to like get back to my natural color and, you know, get back to my natural hair, I decide, you know what? I want to dye blonde. So right before COVID, I dyed my hair blonde. Literally, this is February 2020. I dyed it, oh, this is March 10th. I dyed it blonde. And I was like, I want to go full blonde. So now you can see I have bleach at my root. I have bleach on my root. That can't be good. So, they're chronological, and for some reason I screenshot. Look at this photo of me. This is my natural hair. I think I used sun in the summer. My hair is naturally darker at the ends and lighter at the root. So then I'm going blonde. Now it's COVID. Now it's 2020. So this is what I look like. I'm chilling. Then I said, you know what? We're going to go purple. We're going to go full purple. It's COVID. Everybody's doing nothing. This is the first time I did a color. And I did it in the comfort of my own home in 2020. Slay. Slay boots the house down. Slay boots the house down. So I did it myself first. And then a month later, I said, no, I'm going to commit to it. And this is when my hairdresser did it. And then that lasted about a month. And then a month later, I did another layer of like a magenta color because it faded so fast. And then that magenta, literally within 2 weeks, washed out to this somehow. Please don't look at my location. I'll show you. This, 2 weeks later, this. This, 2 weeks later, this. Crazy, right? So then I said, well, since I look like this, we might as well just go back to blonde. So then here we are, platinum. Platinum. Is that even looking? She's feminine queen. Platinum. 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 Now this is 2021. This is my profile picture on everything for a while. It looked exactly like that. Platinum. Now remember, what does platinum mean? It means you're bleaching your root to your tip. So if it's an antenna, you are putting bleach on the antenna. So it really depends on the biochemistry of whether or not that is going to affect the information and in what ways it's going to affect the information. So then after being platinum for like a year, I decided I wanted to go back to purple. I really liked how I felt when I was wearing purple hair. I felt unique. I felt individual. I finally had the courage to stand out, and it was received really well. So I was like, let's go back to purple. So then I went back to purple. She's killing it. She's killing it. And it's long now. It's kind of getting long. This is like the first time you see my hair get long again. And then I dyed it blue at one point because I wanted to see what that would look like. And then that looks like that. And then it faded into this nice like gray platinum color. Because remember, I was platinum underneath all this. So that's what it reverts back to. And then I said, I'm bored. So this was October 2021. This is literally that month, October 2021. I chopped my hair and dyed it dark again. Then I dyed it purple. Over the dark. Didn't look good. You can clearly tell by my face. Then I had brown hair for a while. This is the end of 2021. Now it's the beginning of 2022. This is what I look like. Beginning of 2022. Okay? Then it's now beginning of 2022, and I'm taking time off of school because my mom is in the hospital. So I'm getting a little fun with it. Boom. We did blue for a while. How crazy was that? That lasted like a day. Faded into like this blue-gray. And then it faded into just this brown. So it's just that brown. Then I said, you know what? I'm a freaking psychic. I'm amazing. I'm multidimensional. I'm amazing and fun and cool, and I should have hair color that reflects how fun and cool I am. Boom. This is where she shines. This is where you can even see in my face I'm like, I'm owning this. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was actually a red root. You can kind of tell the red root. And then a magenta paneled hair. So pretty in the natural light. So pretty. Like, it's such a unique color, right? Then it faded into this, like, beautiful, like, it just looks so pretty. So pretty. I loved that color. And then it faded. This is me driving home from the mental hospital. And now it looks just dry, dead, brittle. Now notice, here, it still looks healthy. But somehow, because remember, this was the base for this color. It wasn't bleached. It wasn't completely bleached. It was brown. So on top of brown, the color stayed a lot longer. The bleach will always come through more than the color. And then I said, well, this won't do. Let's up it. So then I did my hair with a box. And that just killed my hair. Then a month later, not even, this is what that box dye looked like. It was kind of pretty though. Pretty. Cute. And then a month later, I'm like, nope, let's do purple, right? Then a month later, I say, you know what? Let's cut it and do a different color purple. So now I'm back to this short look again. And then that fades into this. Okay? Kind of like where I'm at now, but longer. Has like, you can kind of see the way my hair does that thing where it comes in here. This is why when I go to the hairdresser, I'm like, my hair wants to be curly. It really wants to be curly. My mom has like an afro. So my hair wants to be curly, but it's just so dead. And like, it's I feel like it's curling because it's cringing, you know? So then I decide this is horrible, no offense to myself, and then I decide to cut it because I think it's unhealthy and dye it dark again. What do you know? So now this is fall 2022, and then this is when I start getting acne. In another story we could talk about that, but this is like how it starts wearing. This is funny. And then this is how it aged. It immediately lightened up. And then I said, you know what? Since it's lightening up for whatever reason, like I thought it was dark. So I'm going to go blonde now. So then I say, hey, I want to go blonde again. And this is June 2023. So then I work on the blonde. Working on the blonde. This is kind of how it looks. This is why it's a little bit disheartening because it's like, this is my hair over a year ago and it feels like it looks the same. Doesn't it look the same? And then my hair felt like it would look like that for like ever. I just feel like I've always looked like this. Just blonde. Okay, and this is when I was like, maybe I'll cut it. And then I kind of did. And then I said, nope, I'm going to dye it pink. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to dye it pink. This is what I go in thinking I'm going to do. And then this is what I come out doing. And then that faded. And then it faded into this. And then I said, oh, let's do color again. Let's do purple. So now we did this. And then that faded to this. And then that faded to that. And now it fades to that. And then I cut it the other day. And now here we are. Inception, huh? Okay, I needed to do that for myself because there are so many stories in our hair and our hair journeys. And today I was walking and I said to myself, why don't I shave my head? So the first thing I did was I looked in the mirror. When I was younger, I used to say I look like a man. I said I look like a man. The way my head shaped, my forehead. So if I put my hair up, if you put your hair up, you look like an entirely different person. If I had no hair, I wouldn't have these like sideburns though. Oh my God. Well, I'm not gonna look like Pink, but from the side I look good, but from the front, if I had no hair, a conversation on what it looks like to have no hair. Imagine me with no hair. Like, I look like George Washington. Oh, well, that also brings up a point. If the hair is antennas, then what of all of the men who wore wigs? Were they completely turning off their channels to the higher energies and covering them with synthetic fibers? Or maybe it was real. I don't know. And now the men operate. Everybody operated, I guess. It wasn't just men who wore wigs, right? Anyway, so I said to myself, why don't I shave my head? I just I'm in that moment again where I notice and I say my hair it feels unhealthy. It feels like the information that it holds I don't even want anymore. The ends are fried. Like, anytime it's bleached, it's fried. And I'm like, it's bleached all the way up to here. So that's it. That's how short my hair is going to be. And then I was like, do I want to dye it? I really loved that magenta color. I think it's so pretty. And I just felt so good about myself with it. But I almost, I want to try something completely new. I want to try something I've never done before. And I want it, the reason why I went to the extreme of saying shave my head is because, I want to do something that scares the fuck out of me so I can grow. Because, I'm ready for the next level of growth in my life. And if I don't have a mental breakdown about what I look like, then it's a win, right? I want to see how much can I change my physical appearance and still feel like myself. Because if you are looking a certain way and then you enter certain environments or certain contexts, you are reflected by your peers, right? So if I go to a friend's house and I come in looking completely different because I have there's somebody calling me, and I don't know if it's going to take the microphone because sometimes the call takes the microphone. So I'm just going to pray that it doesn't. What was I saying? I feel like I should be so I want to have a better relationship with my skin, and I also recognize that my scalp is my skin. So it's not just about taking care of my scalp, it's also about recognizing that these are antennas. But what would I see? Okay, so here's the thing, right? The growth that would happen is I'm constantly like this. I'm constantly like this. I'm constantly like this. I'm constantly touching my hair. I'm constantly touching it, which means I'm getting reverberations of my own information from my own hands. I'm squishing my hair. Maybe I'm moving it around, right? If I didn't have hair, what would I do with my hands? It would force me to use my hands to talk rather than to focus on the internal. So that's one thing. Another thing is I wouldn't be able to style it, but I don't style my hair anyway, so whatever. I'll look radically different. And this is what I was saying. So when you're in a room of your peers and you walk in and you look radically different in whatever way, that is going to be reflected on those people's faces. So you want to make sure that you feel really good about how you feel and how you are. You want to just feel good in yourself. You want to be yourself in a way where you can walk into a room full of reflections of you that may not feel like you, right? If somebody is disgusted by your haircut, if somebody is turned off by your haircut, which of course is a fear, then are you not attractive anymore? Are you not sexy anymore? If you don't have nice hair. So many of us, can't speak for you, I focus a lot of my attention on making sure my hair looks good and represents me. And I'm curious as to the person who I would transform into if I allowed myself the space to not have hair in the same way that I do now. It would just be a unique, interesting experience because we all know that hair is a social norm. I don't know. I'm opening this for discussion, especially if you're a hairstylist or an artist at play like me. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like from this side, if I didn't have hair, right, this is what like it would look like from this side. It would just be like a shadow like this, which like is kind of a slay. Like I have a nice shaped head, but from the front, I don't know, you tell me. I feel like a lot of people without hair, then they end up doing their makeup more, but I don't really want to do that either. Like I just want to be myself. I just want to be me. I just want to spend more time being and less time doing. I don't want to have to do my makeup. I don't want to have to do my hair. I just don't want to have to do those things because it takes up time, energy, and it just focuses your attention on self-grooming, which is an important practice, of course. Like I bite my nails, that's considered self-grooming to me. So we all have our self-grooming practice that is supposed to remind us of who we are and focus our attention inward. But oftentimes it's a reflection of outward. And so we're not focusing our attention inward at all. We're focusing on how it appears. And that's the uniqueness of, the makeup and the hair. Because it's like, yes, you kind of can feel it. Your skin has receptors, your scalp has receptors, but it's not the same sensory experience as biting your nails, for example. Like biting your nails is like a grooming activity. It's only bad to bite your nails because there's bacteria under your nails and your teeth could break, I guess. I don't know, something like that. And it's not cute. But guess what? I've bit my nails since I was young, and it's a grounding, grooming exercise. Grooming myself, like not weird grooming. And it's like, it's a rhythm that brings me, it's a rhythm that resonates throughout my entire life. I've bitten my nails for my entire life. It's not something I want to stop now because like I can put nails on and I won't do it for a bit and it focuses my attention elsewhere, but it's a grounding practice. And it's like, if I feel like I need to be grounded, I'm going to bite my nails. And that can be gross to some people, but I don't think it should be chastised or looked down upon because it's just the way I groom my body. It's my body and the body is nothing. So it's really just me living my life. So there are these different grooming practices we can do, grounding, self-trusting exercises, and I don't think that caring what I think of my hair and face look like is really a grounding practice. Thank you for looking in this mirror today. If you're new, my name is Lana. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.